So most of you, if not all, should have or do have Beachbody On Demand. If you don't, let me know, or maybe you have like a little book, maybe not this one exactly, but something like this. What we are going to do is figure out how much we should be eating and what we should be eating every day, right? So if you go on to Beachbody On Demand, most programs have it, not all the newer ones, but it's just easy. Go to 21 Day Fix. There is going to be a cheat sheet like this, and you can screenshot this so you can do this. I'll hold it for a second. You're going to figure out how many calories you need to be eating each and every day. If you are breastfeeding or if you are pregnant, add on 500 calories to that, and then it's going to give you a little bracket like this. So, for example, for me, I am on, this doesn't say, but Plan B, 1,500 to 1,800 calories. If you have these containers, awesome. I want you to be using them because this is how we're going to portion on our food. If you don't have it, you'll need to count your calories. Now, I tried that. I literally suck at counting calories. So, don't ask me for tips on that. But you can use MyFitnessPal. That will kind of help. My problem was I start counting and then halfway through the day I stop counting. These, if you don't have them, what they do is each one means something different. So like this purple one is your fruits, this is your veggies, this is your protein, and so on. And all you do is you put your food in it, and that's one serving. And you get so many of these a day. So if you'd like to get these, let me know. I can order them. They're like $10 or $20. I don't know the exact price, but anyways, so figure out what you're eating, how much calories you get every day. So for me, I get about 1,500 calories a day. That means like I'm going to eat 4 greens. Now, if you have a book like this, or like I said, if you have Beachbody On Demand, you'll have a food list. I will also post this in our group. So look under the files tab and this will be there. But this will tell you what's considered a green, and these are healthy foods. If they're not on this list, the trainer that created this, Autumn Calories, recommends not to eat them. And then some foods will have a plus sign by it. That's what she eats. If they have an X sign, she avoids them. So different things. So figure out what you're going to eat, what foods you want. Now, also in the files tab, I will be posting a cheat sheet. I call it a cheat sheet. I guess it's really not. It just is. It shows you or helps you figure out what to eat for the. Actually, it doesn't do that. My bad. What it does is you can write down what you're going to have for every single meal. So breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and dinner. You're going to be eating 5 small meals a day. And I know that could be hard for some of us, but you need to find time to eat 5 small meals a day. Now the reason you're going to be eating 5 small meals is because if we only eat 3 times a day, by the time our second meal comes along, so we go from breakfast to lunch, for some of us, that's so many hours. For me, if I eat breakfast at 5 a.m., I won't get lunch till noon. And by that time, my body is starving itself. So in that case, I'm going to just shove everything in my mouth. I'm going to go crazy and I'm going to overeat. And then I end up eating more calories than I'm supposed to. Now, if you eat every 3 to 4 hours, your body's going to not be starving and you're going to stay fuller longer. You're not going to overeat and you'll be sticking to your nutrition plan a lot better than if you were to try to only eat 3 times a day. So what you're going to do with the sheet is write down for breakfast. Maybe you're going to have we'll say Shakeology. That's what I have for breakfast. Shakeology is a red container. So down at the bottom of the sheet, it has the different colors, and I would just mark a little 1. That means it's 1 red. And then, for a snack, maybe I'm going to do hummus and carrots, which I love to do. So hummus is a blue, so I'd mark a little 1 for the blue. Carrots is a green, so I mark 1 for the green. And so on. And I do this for all my meals, figure them all out. Now, when you're mixing meals, this is where this can be a little bit complicated, but when you're mixing the meals, so maybe you want to do some kind of stir fry, and you're like, I don't know how many calories that is, or not calories, how many containers that is. Autumn has some great videos on Beachbody On Demand that explain this, and she also has a bunch of recipes through the cooking show, the Fix 8 cooking show with her brother Bobby. I just made the other night tortilla soup. I think it was off of there. Mexican tortilla soup. So, so good. If you haven't tried that one, you should. Um, but she'll give you all the container amounts for those. But what I do in some of these meals, I try to make meals that are I can mix at the very end together. So say I'm going to do stir fry. I want one red container. I can put a bunch of chicken in the red one, and then I can use the green and put the green in there, or all my veggies in the green, and maybe I'm going to add quinoa. I'll put all my yellow in all my quinoa in the yellow container, and then I can mix them together on my plate rather than cooking it and mixing it all together. So that is how I stay on track, and how I figure out what I'm going to eat. I plan out my entire week worth of food. I say what I'm going to eat for every meal, and so I'll write it down on that piece of paper or in my phone, but I'll then take a picture of the paper if I write it down on that sheet, because then I will have it in my phone and I will know what I'm going to eat for every single meal. So if I have it written down and told what I'm going to eat, then I don't have any excuse. I will stay on track. So that helps me stay on track. So I want you to get the sheet printed off. Try using that. Find a system that works for you. But I want you to plan out all your meals for the week. All 5 meals each and every day. And for me, what works best is eating some of the same things all week. I always have carrots and hummus. I always have Shakeology. So there's a couple meals. I'll try to do the same thing for lunch throughout the week because it's less stuff I have to prep. And I don't like to spend a lot of time meal prepping. So, yes, if you have any questions, drop them below. Let us know what you're gonna be prepping come next week, and what foods you are thinking about getting. And let me know if you have these containers and what you think of them, because for me, they are life-changing. So, have a fabulous day.